Continuing coverage tonight, two brothers, including an 11-year-old, have now died from their injuries after investigators say they were shot by their neighbor who lives across the street. And today, we are getting our first look at the suspect. This is 40-year-old Daniel Antonio Perez. He's accused of shooting and killing 11-year-old Malachi Perales and 20-year-old Draven Quiros. Deputies say that the two were just backing the family car out of the driveway last night off Acadian Drive when Perez started firing off his gun. Investigators say this was an unprovoked attack. Perez is now facing capital murder charges as well as aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says Perez also shot at two other siblings in the family but missed. We're told Perez has no prior criminal history, but notes that his family says that he had been going through a mental health episode.
You had two female family members of his physically trying to restrain him while he's armed with a gun.
And tonight, the sheriff says he feels for the family of the man charged with this double capital murder and says he wishes they would have reached out for help earlier. Meantime, there is a group right here in San Antonio that offers family members help with loved ones who are struggling with mental health challenges. Tonight, our Sue Kalberg spoke with NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, about the free help.
Hindsight's 2020. Could they, should they have called us much earlier when they started seeing signs of mental health issues? Absolutely.
Sheriff Javier Salazar acknowledged the struggle of family members who tried to stop 40-year-old Daniel Antonio Perez before his shooting rampage. But he said calling for help before a crisis is absolutely essential.
There had been some signs, there had been some issues with him going through mental health crises before, depression, possibly seeing things that were not there. But my understanding is that was never reported to authorities.
Salazar said Bexar County does have a team with special training that can respond.
That's why we have folks like the SMART team. Call us, that's what we're there for, and ask specifically for the mental health team to make that scene. The goal of the SMART team is to not utilize force while trying to get these people diverted away from a jail setting.
There are other free resources as well. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It runs mostly on volunteer power with families who have walked the mental health walk.
We want to walk alongside anyone who is facing a mental illness, whether that's them themselves or a loved one. We have a class for you. We have a support group for you. You're not alone. And we just want to be here to continue the conversation in the community so that we can erase the stigma associated with mental illness.
At KENS5.com, we have links to the SMART team and to NAMI so that families can get the free help that they need before they have to experience a heartache. In West Bexar County, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.